podcast. My name is Loren.
And my name is Alex. We are best friends and the most basic bitches, embracing the shameless pleasures of the basic culture.
We love to talk about anything and everything Bachelor. Relationships, sex, wine, you name it. We're going to talk about it.
Tune in every Tuesday for new episodes to hear our uncensored thoughts on the most basic things.
Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review.
Now let's get down to basics. Welcome back to the Basic Bitch podcast. For those of you joining us for the first time, we are so excited to have you listening. My name is Alex.
My name's Loren.
And we hope you guys had a really great weekend. We thought we would start this episode off with a game of this or that. So you guys can get to know us better. So Loren, I have a couple questions for you.
Okay, I'll let you
Okay.
jab at me first.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Coke or Pepsi?
Definitely Coke.
Ooh. Regular Coke or Diet Coke?
Diet. Actually, I do really enjoy Coke Zero.
Oh, that's a good
Cherry.
one. Yes.
Love me some cherry.
Okay.
All right. Iced coffee or hot coffee?
For sure iced coffee.
Even if it's cold?
Hands down. Oh, yeah.
Love it.
I can sip on that all day long. But specifically skinny vanilla latte.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. Hot dog or cheeseburger?
This one's hard because I
think I know the answer.
I love a good hot dog.
Costco hot
I
dog.
was like, Costco hot dogs are the best, but cheeseburgers are also good. But if I had to pick, I would choose hot dog.
Okay.
All right, I know the answer to this one for sure, but McDonald's or Burger King?
McDonald's.
What's your go-to?
Definitely some chicken nuggets with some sweet and sour
Nice.
fries and a Diet Coke.
Love it.
Okay. I know the answer to this one too, because it's hands down one of the best stores ever. Trader Joe's or Whole Foods?
For sure, Trader Joe's. Their
Yes.
frozen Chinese food is fire. It's definitely way cheaper than ordering out, and
yeah.
it tastes so much better. If you hear little woofing in the background, that's Alex's fur baby Duke.
Yes.
He's
Duke,
hanging out.
Duke will one day be a co-host on the podcast.
Yeah, we just can't find headphones that fit him yet. He's got big floppy hairy ears, so they don't quite fit. Okay.
And that's a great segue
that
into
is
the
a great
first,
segue.
the next question.
Okay, Alex, dogs or cats?
Dogs.
For sure.
Duh.
I'm with you on that one. I'm also allergic to cats, so even if I did like them, I would never have one because
Yeah.
I would be sniffling all the time.
Okay, next one. Netflix or Hulu?
This one's hard because Netflix does have some good classic shows on there, and some of my favorite shows as well, but Hulu also has the live component, and that's where I watch most of my shows that are on cable. I watch them, the next day, so I probably have to pick Hulu.
Okay.
So this one's gonna be a hard one for sure, but Bachelor or Bachelorette?
Oh. Oh, do I have to decide?
Yep.
Oh. Dang. I think, oh my God. I don't even know. I think I would say Bachelor.
Why is that?
I think because I like watching the girls' drama. It's not as dramatic during the Bachelorette, although I do like watching the Bachelorette because I'm yes, girl, get it. But I just love the drama of the Bachelor. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Facebook or Instagram?
As far as which one I use more, I definitely use Instagram more, but I do keep in touch with my family on Facebook because not a lot of them, a lot of them do live here, but others live around the country. Definitely Instagram. Yeah, that's my main source of social media these days. Haven't made the full transition to TikTok like the like the teenage folk. Okay, reality TV or true crime?
That's another hard one because I'm Loren and I are both like Law and Order SVU fans. But I think I have to say I like reality TV more. Just because of the trash, like the drama. I just love it.
I do too.
It's addicting.
Yeah. Love a good true crime, but
yeah,
if I had to pick.
Yeah.
Also, Duke's like really loving us right now, so if you hear him snorting, so sorry. Dog lovers would understand. Okay, this one's also going to be hard. Red wine or white wine?
Red wine. For sure. I'm like a Cab Sav girl.
Yeah.
Like, hands down.
I feel it.
Yeah. Okay, Truly or White Claw?
Hands down, White Claw. When Truly first came out, I was like, this is the best thing ever. And then I tasted White Claw, and I was like, Truly is trash.
Okay, but I don't know if this is loud. Sub-question. What kind of White Claw? Like the mango, black cherry?
My absolute favorite is black cherry. If they don't have that, I'll do a mango or a grapefruit. I don't like any of the other
I haven't
flavors.
had the grapefruit yet.
I feel like the lime tastes like syrupy. I haven't even tried the raspberry because I know I'm not going to like it because I don't like raspberry flavored anything.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Blush or bronzer?
Yeah. Do I have to choose
Yep.
both?
Yep, you can only pick one.
Can they come in like a duo pack?
Yeah, like the NARS.
I don't want to choose. I love both so much. Okay, bronzer.
I would pick the same.
Blush, no harsh feelings. But bronzer just makes you look alive and glowing.
Yep.
It can do so much.
Yep. Okay, these ones are going to be a little bit more rapid fire because I just want your initial, like, gut response.
Okay.
All right. Oh, wait, I already asked the last question. It's your turn.
Okay. Kiss on the cheek or forehead?
Forehead.
Ooh, good answer.
Hold hands or cuddle?
Hold hands.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds or Ryan Gosling?
Oh, this one's hard. Ryan Reynolds. Brad Pitt or Bradley Cooper?
Bradley Cooper.
Dang. I would have picked Brad Pitt for show.
Especially
with him and Jen.
I know it's hard, but yeah, I don't know. Bradley Cooper because his personality.
Yeah.
Like.
Okay. Your turn.
Jennifer Lawrence or Jennifer Aniston?
Jennifer Lawrence.
What?
I love Jennifer Aniston. I'm not trying to say anything by that, but I just love Jennifer Lawrence. Like, she's just a breath of fresh air. I do, however, love Jennifer Aniston's most recent show, The Morning Show on Apple TV.
I haven't watched
great.
it yet.
Highly recommend it.
I just love Jennifer Aniston. Yeah. She is the OG.
I think this one's going to be the hardest one.
Uh-oh. Crap. Oh, my God.
Beyonce
I see it.
or Taylor Swift?
No. No.
Alex and I have gone to a couple of Beyonce concerts together and had a grand old time. Alex is also diehard.
Oh my
Taylor
God, I'm
Swift.
stressing out right now. I'm literally sweating. Oh my God, people are gonna really hate me. Taylor Swift. I think. Okay, let me explain myself.
Okay.
The reason why Taylor Swift is because I started listening to Taylor Swift like before she was even famous. Like, I have some tracks of hers that have never been released.
Yeah.
And so, like, she just has, like, that special place in my heart. And, you know, she started out so young and, like, country singer. And I just felt so connected to her. And she's, like, I feel like she's matured with me and, like, has grown up with me. So it's just, like, I love her. I want to be best friends with her.
I definitely feel that. And agree 100%.
Okay. Dress or pants?
Pants for show.
Trendy or sporty?
I'm definitely more on the sporty side. What about you?
I think I'm trendy.
Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, I work at Nordstrom. Mm-hmm. And so you have to be trendy when you work there.
Yeah.
Like,
I definitely go to Alex a lot for either fashion advice or to borrow things. Like, for the longest time, I didn't own a simple pair of black heels, and I would just always borrow hers because I never had the urge to invest in them, but now I finally
made her buy some.
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
Yeah. Okay, last question, and then we'll move on to our next topic. Flats or heels?
Heels. For show.
want to wear flats, but I can't because I have a weird toe on both sides. So it makes it really hard to wear them. And I also always get a blister, and it never, like, they just never fit right.
Yeah.
But I do love heels, like, the way they, like, give you this boost of confidence and, you know, push your butt up. And but I also am, like, comfort over
I'm
fashion.
looks over comfort.
Yeah.
My mom always taught me beauty is pain, pain is beauty.
I feel that to an extent, not as much as you. As promised, we're doing our Wine of the Week segment, which is personally my favorite. Tonight, we are drinking another Chelan Ridge. If you were here with us for the last episode, we were also drinking Chelan Ridge then. But tonight, we have a different varietal. So cheers.
Cheers to that.
So tonight, we have a 2017 Riesling. It's we're having shrimp risotto for dinner, so we thought it would pair really nicely. But just we wanted to share a little bit more about Chelan Ridge and the winery itself. So this is from their bottle and label. Chelan Ridge is a small family-owned and operated winery situated along the picturesque north shore of Lake Chelan in Manson, Washington. Our classically styled wines are handcrafted in limited quantities from select premium grapes. I'm going to screw this up, but the Munecki family invites you to visit our tasting room, relax in a quiet setting, and savor the spectacular views of Lake Chelan. So Alex and her husband are wine club members to Chelan Ridge Winery, so that's part of the reason we have many of their bottles. But the views at the actual tasting room are spectacular.
They are literally the most, like, breathtaking views of Chelan. And Chelan Ridge is so underrated, but if you are ever in the area, go visit them. Also, the owners actually run the tasting room, so you have like a 99.9% chance of when you go to the tasting room, meeting the owners that are pouring their wine.
Yeah. And then just from like a taste perspective, if you're not familiar with wine, Riesling is a white wine, so you want to serve this chilled. I'm just going to take a sip and note some tasting notes.
Has a lot of pear in it.
Yeah, definitely pear and peach notes. It's not dry, but it's not buttery like a Chardonnay. It's not super sweet. It's just like a happy medium. It's super crisp and refreshing.
It tastes to me like an adult, like, fruit juice, like a pear juice or something.
It reminds me, honestly, of like a Capri Sun in the best way possible.
Yeah, or like the Welch's, like,
white grape juice.
White grape juice. That's what it reminds me of. Exactly.
Yeah. So check it out. I'm sure they have a website.
They do ship. I know that.
Yeah. So check it out, Chelan Ridge Winery. Again, we're drinking the 2017 Riesling, and if you're having a glass of wine, cheers to you.
Cheers.
All right, so we just got done watching episode 3 of The Bachelor, and we opened up with some recaps of last week, and of course, the drama continues. We started off with a review of Champagne Gate with Kelsey and Hannah Ann crying and reviewing that drama the next morning. What are your thoughts on Champagne Gate, Alex?
So we both took notes during this, but I literally wrote, really, it's champagne. Like, I get it. Kelsey brought this from home and it was like something special, but like, really?
Yeah. I think like the main problem was like, it's the principle of, you know, her not quote unquote respecting her stuff, but we don't know the truth. We will never know the truth if she actually...
As long as it's over, it's like, it's stupid. It's stupid drama.
Yeah, and the drama that took place this episode definitely wiped Champagne Gate out of our minds. So we've moved on to new drama. So the episode just kind of moves through just general, you know.
There was a one-on-one. There was a group date.
Yeah, the one-on-one was with Victoria P. I really like her. I think
too.
she is really genuine, and she's so beautiful, and she seems really strong and sweet.
They seem to have like a lot of chemistry. And I mean, while during their one-on-one, during like the dinner portion, you know, she was like being all sappy and like opening up, which I was just kind of like, oh, come on.
But she was being vulnerable, which, you know, you got to appreciate sometimes.
Yeah. But one other thing Peter mentioned, and both of us started laughing while watching this. He was like, I was talking to God. I was like, what?
The only times I've ever heard him mention anything like in regards to religion was when he was on Hannah's season, and it was just like whenever she brought it up. And then with this one person so far, I mean, maybe he is, and he's just not like in your face about it, which I actually appreciate more. But it was kind of like,
it was random.
It was definitely like random and not something we've heard from Peter before.
But they're definitely cute together. I like them. And like the little blooper at the end where it showed her making him go on the mechanical bull and like her throwing him off, like it made me laugh, and you could actually see like them being goofy together.
Yeah.
And it just made me like her even more.
It did also like crack me up though for their date. They went to this like saloon thing, like, and they went in like dressed up in like cowboy outfits, but I'm like, aren't you in the middle of LA? Like that's something I would expect in like Midwest.
She is from Louisiana, so maybe like, I don't know,
Are Louisiana people cowboys? I feel like they're like,
but they're
crawfishers.
They're like southern, right?
Yeah, but not all southern people are cowboys and cowgirls, right?
I don't know.
They're more like Southern Belle, I feel like. And I know nothing about the South, so I apologize if I'm offending anybody. So then we move forward to the next day, and Demi is back.
Whoop, whoop, the queen.
I love Demi so much. I follow her still since Colton season, of course, Bachelor in Paradise. Like, she's just a great person, and I think she brings so much personality and like fun to the table, so I'm glad they brought her on. So they had this fun pillow fight, like wrestling match thing planned.
But like they introed the group date, and then they like cut to Kelsey and Hannah Ann having a conversation. Like I think it was one of the days. Obviously we don't know how filming like took place. But you know, they have this conversation, they confront each other, and Kelsey called Hannah Ann a bitch, that she was fake, and Kelsey's trying to say that's not bullying.
Oh yeah, we kind of glazed over the bullying thing. Yeah. It's hard to identify like when and what is bullying, because either way, like making someone feel inferior or, you know, uncomfortable or unsafe is probably considered bullying. But yeah, I don't think that Kelsey has any grounds for saying it's not bullying. Like, she was being a bully. Straight up.
I think whenever you like come at someone and you're angry and like, you know, your blood is boiling, and they bleeped out some of the other words because they're obviously bad words. So I'm really curious to know like what else she said. I know Kelsey also said, "Stay the fuck away from me."
Yeah,
it's like,
that's aggressive.
Yeah, that's really like, if I was Hannah Ann, I would consider that bullying, because you're living with this person.
Yeah,
and if you're not making them feel comfortable, what does that say about you?
Totally. Yeah. Okay, so back to the wrestling match thing. I thought it was hilarious that Tammy's like, I was on the wrestling team in high school. I was like, hell yeah. Like, Tammy's like the resident bro, although she does have other qualities that make her not bro. But I was just like, I've loved her since the start, and I was so bummed when she's like saying she wrestled in high school, and I was like, she's about to throw bitches down. Yeah, and I feel like she tried to do some like wrestling moves, and it didn't work so well.
I felt like she was being too nice. But then also, it was like, well, what are the rules? Like, one of the girls was like kind of pulling hair. Like,
Yeah.
It's a pillow fight. Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, they didn't really set the rules, but I think it was it was a funny group date, but...
And Sydney got the rose on the group date, and that kind of also goes into the Alea and Sydney drama.
Well, we should back up a minute. Alea actually won the wrestling match between her and Sydney, and Sydney's like, well, if an elephant sits on a rat, and I'm like, did she just call Alea an elephant? Like, that's harsh, first of all. Which I thought that was just a really funny quote. But yeah, Sydney, they move forward. Sydney gets the group date rose after kind of going to Peter and confiding in him that she doesn't think Alea's being real and like isn't there for the right reasons, as everyone says every frickin' season.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it happens every time, and you would, maybe not everyone, like the contestants coming on the show, watch the show, but if I was a contestant on the show, I would know to not be that girl. Like, don't be that girl that starts talking about other people in your precious one-on-one time.
Mind your own goddamn business.
Yeah.
Like, I understand there was like, I had the best intentions. Like, I would want Peter to, you know, see everything because he's not there in the house every day. Like, I get it. People are like, it's an emotional roller coaster. Like, you're going up and down the whole entire like weeks of during like filming and things like that. But just like, sorry, keep your mouth shut.
Well, if you're gonna do that, I feel like the right approach would be to talk to the other girls in the house and figure out who feels the same way, and then all of you go talk to Peter at one time, so it's like then he doesn't have to go around fishing for other information if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna be that person.
Because then what happened was they had this pool party, and you know, Peter is basically interviewing the girls of like, well, how do you feel?
More like interrogating.
Yeah. You know, like, how do you feel about Alea? And like trying to pull all this information. And it was interesting because all of a sudden, like, 5-6 girls are like, yeah, I don't get like good vibes from her. I think she's fake too. And there was a lot of time spent on Victoria P, talking to Peter about, you know, Alea told her not to tell producers that they knew each other.
Yeah, and I do have to say it was a bit refreshing for her not to go directly to Peter to bring this up. He actually came up to her and asked her these things. But I'll let you continue because I know you got some good stuff up your sleeve.
So, if you know me personally, you know I'm a pageant girl. I was Miss Washington Teen USA 2012, Miss Washington USA 2017. And so Victoria P was Miss Louisiana USA. And then Alea was Miss Texas USA. Now, they weren't my year that I competed at Miss USA, but the pageant world is incredibly small. Like, everyone knows each other. Kelsey, on the show, I actually competed with at Miss USA. Like, I know her pretty well. We spent like 2 weeks together. She stood in line with me every single day during rehearsals. And so when Victoria made a note and said that we spent only about 3 hours together.
Her and Alea.
Yeah, her and Alea during, you know, Miss USA. That's a lie.
Or a gross underestimation.
Yeah. Like, I am sorry. You guys spent like a week and a half to 2 weeks with each other, and you only, quote, spent 3 hours? No.
I will play devil's advocate. Maybe she meant to say, like, one-on-one time with her, like, actually having conversations versus being in the same facility and, like, interacting with each other, but who knows?
But, like, even when you're at Miss USA, like, you're, you know, at rehearsals, everyone is, like, talking with each other. It's not, you're together with...
You don't, like, click up.
No. Like, when, during rehearsals, you're sitting all as one big group, and everyone is talking with each other. It's, you know, you're not, like... Yes, it can be cliquey. I mean, we're girls.
Yeah.
But I just lie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Gross underestimation.
I like Victoria, but like that to me just like left a really sour like taste in my mouth.
Yeah, we were watching the show and Alex is like, hold on, I need to pause and I need to write this down because this is not true. And I'm like, well, damn.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, so at the pool party, you know, the drama took away from a lot of the other girls' time, which I felt bad, and it always happens, and it does suck for them, because a lot of the times these conversations end in the bachelor or bachelorette being upset and just emotionally exhausted and want to go back to their hotel room. And so that, unfortunately, was what went down.
Yeah, and I do have to mention when Peter was talking to Victoria P during the pool party, one thing that really caught my attention was Peter said, I trust your opinion. And for him to say that to a girl, you know, very early in the show,
Right.
that says a lot about the relationship.
Totally. Yeah, I think she's definitely going to go far, and we can get to that in a little bit.
Yes.
But, so they ended the pool party early.
And go right into the rose ceremony.
They have no cocktail party. Yeah, they go right into the rose ceremony. Everyone's, of course, pissed and upset, and Alea's crying and making these not good faces. She has, like, the worst RBF, and she also, like, and I'm sure she's a nice person, but, like, anytime the camera would catch her, like, she just had, like, this side eye, like, she looks like a sassy cat that's, like, up to no good. It was just really funny. So rose ceremony happens, and we get down to the last 2 roses, and then Peter kind of freaks out.
Yep.
And goes and talks to old Chris Harrison, Daddy-O, and decides that he only wants to give out one of those 2 roses, and neither of those are going to Alea.
Yep.
So there was
4 girls that went home.
Yeah.
And real quick, I will say the girls that did get roses
that remain
were Victoria P, the other Victoria, I don't know, F.
Yeah.
Sydney, Kelsey, Hannah Ann, Natasha, Lexi, Madison, Sheehan, Kelly, Kira, Tammy, Savannah, Deandra, McKenna.
Yeah.
Are all the girls that got roses.
Yeah. And then, of course, we had looking forward to next week, which we'll get to those predictions in a little bit. But one of the segments that we want to do for every episode after The Bachelor is the overreaction of the week. So, Alex, of all the drama from this episode, personally, what is your overreaction of the week, and who's it from?
I have been really enjoying McKenna's, just like her reactions in general. And it was interesting to me because during the pool party, she was all like befriending Alea, and they were all, her and Hannah Ann and Alea, they were all sitting there like gossiping and like talking about this. And then when it gets to the rose ceremony and when Peter dipped out early, she's like, oh my God, like I didn't get my time. And all of a sudden it was like being super dramatic. And during the rose ceremony, you see her face and like her jaw drops. And I was just like, oh.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of the same way during the rose ceremony when she like didn't think she was going to get the rose.
Yeah.
And when she did, her face was just priceless.
Yeah. So I don't know if I would consider that like overreaction of the week, but just like reaction of the week.
Totally. Well, I'm of course going to go with Alea because, and there's a particular moment that caught my eye for her overreaction. And I'll be honest, I have been guilty of doing this, like when I'm upset. But when Peter has her come over for the second conversation and he's kind of just discussing what he's heard and everything, and then he leaves and she goes and removes herself from the comfy couch that she was sitting on and puts herself onto the cement
in like a fetal position.
In a fetal position, and is crying. I understand the crying part in fetal position, but like, why would you remove yourself from this comfy ass couch and go sit on the cement? That's just making your situation that much worse. And on top of that, it's a classic move to seek attention. You want that person to feel even worse for you and how they made you feel by like making yourself look like you're hiding in an uncomfortable position. I've done it myself. I am the queen of overreaction, so I know exactly what she was doing.
But I do think like, putting myself in her shoes, like, trying to figure out the reasoning why I would move off a couch is she maybe wanted to go away from cameras and like producers.
That's true.
And she probably had like walked away because you see her kind of get off the couch and walk away. And she probably like
thought she was hiding.
Yeah, and she probably thought she was safe and like just wanted to like pop a squat. And so that would be
that makes sense.
My thoughts on it.
True. So we actually had a question from one of our listeners that wrote into our Instagram. And we wanted to get to that. Let me pull it up here. I should have done this before. My bad. Okay, so the question is, who are both of your picks for the show? I'm assuming this means top picks, like, for the end.
Prediction time.
Yeah, so I was trying to narrow it down to, like, a top 5. I think I got my top 5.
Oh, I did write 5. Okay. I thought I had more than that.
Is there someone named Kelly on this?
Yes.
Okay.
She's the attorney.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So my top 5 are, and this is just, of course, based on what we've seen so far. Like, maybe there's some other dynamics going on. But I think Victoria P., Madison, Hannah Ann, Kelly, and Kelsey are going to go pretty far.
I have the same.
Really?
As you.
We didn't even, like, compare notes before starting. So that's really funny.
I mean, like, quick rundown. I think Kelly balances him out really well because she's so smart. She's an attorney. And I think she is a little bit, in a way, more laid back. And, like, Peter's a lot more outgoing. And I think they kind of balance each other out. Madison, I mean, I just fell in love with her from the first date. Like, and they're freaking adorable together.
And can we talk about, like, her eyes?
Yeah.
They're so blue and gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, I would just, like...
I would fall in love with them.
Yeah, like, you can get lost in those eyes real quick.
Yep. And then I think Hannah Ann, I mean, she's just so sweet.
Yeah.
And I think if she's, like, anything, like, you know, the personality that we've seen, if she's always like that, like, yes. Victoria P., I think she's genuine. I see, just from how Peter has reacted to her and, like, things he said, I think she's gonna go far. And then Kelsey, I think one of the reasons why I have her in my top 5 is all of, like, the promos and, like, sneak peeks of later in the season.
Yeah.
She's all over it.
Yeah, I don't necessarily like her or dislike her. She just seems like the type of person that would make it far.
Yeah.
There's no, like, really, like, indicative reason why, but, yeah, I just think she's going to go far. So, I guess we'll count that as our predictions for this week, and we'll have to revisit that as the show continues on and reevaluate our top. Eventually, we'll get down to our top 3 before we actually make it to top 3 in the show.
That's crazy.
But, I think that next week's going to be good now that Alea... Well, actually, Alea was gone, but now the previews next week show that she comes back. I don't know if that's by her choice or Peter's choice. They kind of made it seem like she came back to just, like, get a final word in.
Producer's choice.
Right, yeah, producer's choice or...
Well, because Peter says, you know, right after the rose ceremony, he's like, I don't know if I made the right choice by sending her home. Like, I feel bad. Like, I kind of want her back. And so I think, like, the producers really took that and, like, ran with it to create drama.
Which sucks because, like, there's so many other awesome girls that are there for the right reasons for him that are like good quality people and that I think he could end up with, and so it's like on to the next. That's how I feel. Yep. So well, that's all we got for tonight. Thanks for joining us.
I am so curious to know what your guys' predictions are.
Yeah.
So comment below, message us, tell us your top 5 predictions.
Yeah.
Because I want to compare notes.
And, you know, I know this from listening to a lot of other podcasts that a lot of the listeners sometimes know these people and have like dirt or like secrets or just know things about them to add more color to the picture.
Sure.
So if you happen to know any of these people, let us know, and we'd love to chat with you and learn more about these contestants as we continue through this journey
To find love.
With Peter the pilot. I have to say, if they go on one more date with a freaking airplane in it, I'm going to lose my shit. Like, I get he's a pilot, but that's not all he is.
Or, like, more Mile High jokes, or,
right. Like, that's like, for Hannah B's season, like, them doing every date as, like, a pageant. It's like, that's not her identity. It's just a portion of her life and all that. So, anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Thanks for listening, and be sure to tune into next week's episode that will drop on Tuesday morning. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to us. Tell your friends about us.
And to follow us on Instagram at The Basic Bitch Podcast. We want to be friends with you.
We do. Well, have a good night. We'll talk to you next week.
Good night.